I heard somebody compare this team to AI. Like they don't make mistakes. They got all the right answers. And
They don't.
I'm with Miami. I'm on the human error side of things. Okay.
This is the Third Down Conversation. Let's talk about it. Welcome in to the Third Down Conversation. And today I have my man. He's been gone for a while, but he's back for this episode. My man T. What's up, buddy?
What's up? I'm back, baby.
Came in with some energy. I like it. It's nice to not have to talk to myself, I feel like.
Yeah.
Most of the time. But as we record this on the national championship night, who you picking?
I mean, Indiana's gonna crush Miami.
Come on, man. Be a little different.
It'll be a game in the third quarter, which Indiana hasn't had in the playoffs.
This is a perfect opportunity, the perfect spot where everybody is like, oh, yeah, Indiana. They're going to kill them. They're going to crush them. Don't you remember Texas and Miami with Vince Young? USC, that's right. Texas and USC. With Vince Young.
Vaguely.
Everybody picked USC, right?
Yeah, was that USC going for their third championship in a row?
Something like that. They had Reggie and Lindell White and Matt Liner's quarterback. That team was incredible. But
this Indiana team reminds me of the Joe Burrow LSU team in 2020.
Really?
Yes. Or 2019. World beaters.
You really believe that? I don't see that at all.
I think that LSU team was better, but this team's a close second. They don't have the star power, but everybody's good on that team.
I heard somebody compare this team to AI. Like they don't make mistakes. They got all the right answers. And
they don't.
I'm with Miami. I'm on the human error side of things. Okay, I'm going with Miami tonight. Miami wins by 3.
I don't trust Carson Beck.
Me either, but they're at home.
Yeah,
technically
they are.
So I like Miami. But speaking of that, the playoff system currently is at 12 teams. What are your current feelings about how this current system is, how it went this year? Did they get it right, most importantly? You remember they got 2 group of 5 teams in over the likes of Texas, Notre Dame, who took their ball and went home. So what you think?
I think they got it right for the most part. I think everybody's going to be upset about the group of 5 teams. I think I said last time I was on the podcast, it should be the 12 best teams.
Okay.
I don't like the automatic bids for group of 5 champions. I don't particularly like it for other conferences. I see the conference championship going away anyway. But
You think so?
I think so. Not soon. There's a lot of TV contracts tied up with the conference championship, and that seems to be a major sticking point. But
I mean, it's like an automatic bid type situation.
I would rather there be a play-in game, but we can table that.
Oh no.
We can table that. I mean, you can't. That Alabama Georgia game was a snooze fest. Alabama was beat up. They knew they were in the playoffs.
True.
A much better matchup would have been a Texas Vanderbilt. Winner goes in, loser goes home.
Okay. So what you're saying is this: get rid of that game completely. What you do in the regular season makes you the champion, similar to winning a division in the NFL.
Yep.
And you use that game as a play-in with a fringe team. But how would you then decide what teams? Because if you ask me, Bama getting boat race should have knocked them out personally. But I mean, I'm an Auburn fan. I admit that. But yeah, but like just being unbiased, I still believe that.
I still think that Alabama was in that game or in the playoffs if they play that game or not.
Okay. I mean that's true.
Going into the game, everybody considered them to be one of the best 12 teams.
I don't know about that.
I mean, look, they beat Oklahoma. They get boat raced by Indiana. Indiana's a buzzsaw. I don't know if it would have been a much more competitive game if Alabama played anybody else in that second round. But, I mean, they beat Oklahoma. So
They beat
they
Oklahoma.
avenged their loss, just like Georgia avenged the loss to Alabama earlier in the season.
Okay.
I don't know how you would do it. I would rather there be, say, hey, there's 3 automatic I know I said I didn't like the automatic qualifiers, but
Right.
I'd rather have a play-in game. Say, hey, your conference is getting 3. Your 4th one is decided by 4 and 5.
3 teams in automatically.
Play-in game for 4 and 5.
So you guarantee at least 4 teams.
Yeah, SEC Big Ten, I think.
So we don't care about the ACC and the Big
Well,
12.
ACC's got a chance to prove themselves tonight.
If they win tonight, which I believe they will, does that change anything? Or is it more just, it's one game, one season?
I know we're bouncing around hot button issues, but I mean, it's more of an NIL thing. I mean, these teams are kind of popping up all over the place, but it's not necessarily conference strength. You see Texas Tech in the Big 12 put a lot of money into a team, just like
got
Miami
plenty of
put a lot of money into a team.
Yeah.
I mean, I think in any given year, a team can pop up, and it doesn't mean the conference is good. I mean, if Oregon State went and dropped $50 million next year, would that mean the Pac-2 is good?
The Pac-2. Okay, well, you mentioned before that you would get rid of the conference game and allow the 4th and 5th team in said conference, SEC, Big Ten, play in a play-in game. So each conference will at least get 4 teams in for those SEC and Big Ten conferences. Do you stay with 12? Do you eliminate the highest ranked group of 5 team getting in?
I'm okay with 12. If we go to more, that's fine. I love the playoff games anyway. So as a casual fan, I'm indifferent to 12, 24, 32, 48.
Oh, whoa.
It's more playoff games. More reason to hang out and watch football.
There's real traction between going to 16 and going to 24. Okay, they're talking about it right now. It could possibly go to 16 next season, but obviously the SEC and the Big Ten have to agree. And the sticking point seems to be that the Big Ten wants 24 teams, while the SEC prefers 16.
Yeah.
I prefer 16. I think 24 is too many. I don't even know how you would do it unless you're gonna pretty much copy what D2 does or D3.
Yeah, FCS does it.
FCS.
Division 2 does it. Division 3 does it as well.
And you think that's a good model?
I mean, I don't think it's a perfect model.
Okay.
It's a lot of playoff games.
Too many.
Again, for the fan and for TV, I think it's great. I just don't. You're diminishing these regular season matchups in favor of, postseason games.
Well, because you still have the same problem. It's like, well, we want more spots because Texas was upset, Vandy upset, Notre
We're
Dame
always
was upset.
talking about the team, the 13, just like last year with Alabama and SMU.
Yeah.
We're always going to talk about the 13th team. If we go to 16 teams, we're going to talk about the 17th team. We go to 24, we're going to talk about the 25th team, and so on and so on. It's never going to stop.
You got to stop somewhere. But let me ask you this then. The NFL, for their playoff structure, they always have it to where the least ranked team will play the highest ranked team, regardless, when it's come to the conferences. Do you believe the NCAA playoff system should copy that?
It's like a reseeding model.
Yeah.
I would be cool with that. I mean, it would really strengthen your regular season record. It would matter.
I'm all for that. I didn't even realize NFL did that until this past. I'm watching it now, and how I missed that, I don't know, but I like that.
Yeah.
That could. If you're the number 1 seed, you should always play the lowest ranked team.
Yeah.
Regardless of where they, they're neutral site games anyway. So I think that should be implemented personally. Like you just said, when it comes to your record, more as a number 1 seed, you really work for it. So this is your reward for being number 1 seed.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, look, getting that bye is like the kiss of death right now. So
Teams are what, 7-1
yes,
with the bye? Indiana being the outlier.
Indiana. Ooh, Indiana. They're good. And as an Auburn fan, they are giving me hope for what Auburn could be.
Yeah.
They really are. Let's talk a little bit about the bowl game situation, like bowl season in general. Look, I used to love bowl games as a kid. Like it gave you that last little bit before it was done until, spring and summer workouts and stuff like that. The current system to me is dying. And I think some fans still want it and others are like, whatever with it, because as you just stated in the previous segment, it's all about the playoffs. So if you're going to keep the bowl season, how would you kind of revive it?
I don't know. It's tough now, with the playoffs have taken, center stage. But I've seen some bowl games say that, this can be it for them. I've always kind of thought if, a couple of bowl games would group together and almost have like the basketball will do a, in-season tournament, do a bowl season with a couple bowls, have, round robin tournament, winner gets, NIL goes to their NIL collective money. I always thought that might be a good idea to make it more interesting. You'd have, teams that didn't make the bowl season but could still win, $8 to $10 million, playing football.
I agree with you. I think another idea is most conferences have to play. I know this is for the SEC and the Big Ten. They got to play a quality out-of-conference opponent. Maybe at the beginning of the season, the bowl games can kind of come into it, and this can be like a bowl game. Most of those games are usually not non-conference, but they're usually like neutral site. That may change as well, but you still can. It can be played here and can be considered a bowl.
The Pop-Tart Bowl?
Look.
As long as the Pop-Tart Bowl is still in it.
I don't understand the popularity behind that. Like, people, it came into existence like 2 years ago, and it's like the best thing ever.
Yeah. Anytime you can eat the trophy, it makes for an interesting game.
That was probably one of the best bowl games of the bowl season between Tech and
BYU.
BYU, yeah. That game was really good. That's probably the only one I actually watched from start to finish.
Yeah.
Which, man, it's kind of sad because I used to watch them all the time. And I used to do Bowl Mania and everything.
Probably watched that one in like Michigan and Texas, and that was it.
That was a good one. Even though I'm kind of beefing with Texas right now because
Yeah.
Cam Coleman. But hey, he didn't go to Bama though, so
tough out there.
So, hey, everybody ain't got $4.5 million, okay? And Arch Manning as your quarterback. Sometimes
money talks.
It does. Money does talk. But the bowl games,
I like the regular season bowl games. The bowls get their money, they get their notoriety, and you still keep them incorporated because at the end of the season, with the current portal openings and players, coaches might not want a player to expose himself and jump into the portal, make more money. Whereas a bowl game in the past, you could play a bunch of true freshmen, redshirt freshmen, and see what you got with them. Now they're almost hesitant to put them out there.
That's true. I don't really know a solution for it, but I don't want it to go away, if that makes any sense.
And I don't think they want it to go away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just anytime they play on TV, it's just too much money. Like, I don't see a lot of these major, these top tier bowls foregoing that.
Well, you brought up NIL and
low hanging fruit.
Definitely low hanging fruit. But if they can figure out a way to make the games more NIL like centric, as much as some people may hate that, I think you can get players to buy in more if there's something they can actually win. Like, unfortunately, I don't think players really care about the university as much.
Yeah.
And playing for the name on the front of the jersey versus the back of the jersey. And that's to their prerogative. And that's just some, not all. But they care about the money, clearly. Like,
sure.
we can all see that. So I don't think your idea is about making it like a tournament or something like that, since we are already doing the playoff system anyway. I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
I think it's a bad idea at all. I think players can actually get on board with that. So I think that's a quality idea. Could potentially happen. Transitioning over to talking about teams like Texas Tech, Texas, and what they can do from an NIL situation. Does that diminish what they do? Kind of like when people would say that the Yankees are good, but they're just buying championships, like, or hey, they winning, so it is what it is. It's within the rules. So
I don't know what the solution is going forward with the NIL. I mean, I feel like it's leveled the playing field. With the teams that used to stockpile talent, now you can only keep talent there for a season. You have to continue to recruit. It makes it where a team like Auburn, they fired their coach, a new coach comes in. You can come in and change the roster in a year, and and you can put out a 10. I mean, look at Texas Tech. I mean, Indiana in 2 years made the playoffs both years with Cignetti. I mean, you can come in and completely overhaul a roster with NIL money. I mean, if I gave any team $50 million, which anybody could do. I mean, look at Indiana with what's his name, Cuban.
yeah,
I mean, he's funding a lot of that. Anybody can come in and basically buy a college football team and field a product next year.
dude, he funded them so much. They had him on ESPN talking about it, as far as talking about Indiana. I'm like, man, he must be giving a lot of money. I think this model is not sustainable. I think they need a collective bargaining agreement. But as a player, that you wouldn't agree to that, and you shouldn't, because that's going to take away power from you. And this might not sound great. Like what I'm about to say won't be popular, but if you look at the NFL, they always say there's nothing more important than the shield. All right.
Yeah.
The shield is the brand, not a player, not a coach, not a team, not a franchise. They make sure that the players stay in line. All right. They keep them under control. And if you look at the NCAA, right now the inmates are running the asylum.
Yep.
It is completely insane over there. And it's a player-driven league. And if you look at other player-driven leagues, the NBA, you can kind of see there's a lot of pitfalls with that, and there's a lot of issues with that. So I do think they need to, hire or implement a system where they have a commissioner, where they have more like rules and regulations to stabilize the system, because it feels like it's only a matter of time before it just collapses.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. The players wouldn't sign anything because a lot of these guys aren't really thinking long term with the with NCAA, because that's not their end goal. They'd rather go play in the NFL, so they don't care about what happens in college athletics 5, 10, 15 years from now. So why would they sign anything that's going to affect them in the short term?
I tell you what, me at 18, 19, I wouldn't sign it either.
No, I wouldn't. And the biggest, as a casual fan, the thing that bothers me the most is a guy will sign an NIL deal and then hop in the portal the next day. Like, why are you signing it if you don't agree to it?
That's insane. And that's been happening way too much. But that's insane. Like, you know what? I'm gonna sign this, but never mind. Change my mind. I'm out.
Yeah. So there's got to be a way to enforce these contracts. I mean, that's what something can happen. I don't know if the courts have to get involved with that. Because you got players signing deals and then just leaving like they don't matter.
I agree. The courts should get involved, but they probably won't. And it's going to be up to the schools to hold said player accountable. And that's going to require them to sue them. And
It's not a good look.
It's not. It's like,
No.
like you go sue a kid, like really? And then,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they're kids when they're at the negotiating table. So don't be a kid when it's
When it behooves you.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. If you a man, say a man the whole time.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So I can know who I'm dealing with. So I'm with you on that.
I mean, there's got to be some things they can do in the short term from the NCAA, which the NCAA has no power. I've said that before.
Yes.
But there's got to be some things they can do, like actually having credentialed representation, and not just old buddy hanging out at the dorm room asking for $10 million from everybody. I mean,
That's crazy.
there's
It's
got to
true.
be some things they can do in the short term that they can implement.
I agree.
But nobody's willing to put their neck out there right now to make any change.
Transition into the transfer portal, the good old transfer portal. Do you believe it's been good for college football?
I think so. I believe so.
In what way?
I mean, you get guys that, for one reason or another, they won't be playing that year. They might be behind a guy that's got a lot more experience. They might get hurt and fall down the depth chart. I like it that teams can't stockpile these 5 stars. It hurts from a developmental standpoint, but they can go play somewhere else and immediately play. And I think that's kind of created like a better product, for the fan. Is you've got, guys that they're not sitting on Alabama or Georgia's roster for years on and playing 1 year and leaving. They're going places they can immediately play. As a fan, you're getting to see all these guys you wouldn't see for a couple of years.
That's true. That's true. It is more a level playing field. What are your thoughts on guys that are jumping in every year?
Every year? I don't know. I feel like they're testing the waters just to see how much they're worth. A lot of times they'll hop in, test the waters, and it ain't worth leaving. Hey, I can stay at Tennessee and make $500,000, or I can go to North Carolina and make $650,000. Is it worth it? Or Nico's.
Oh gosh,
Nico, he overvalued himself
big time. Bad
and
advice.
lost money on the deal.
Bad advice.
So I don't know. I think there should be limitations to it, but again, there's no power out there. There's nobody to enforce it.
All right. So if there was limitations, if let's say Nick Saban is running the system, he's not the commissioner. Should there be any limitations on how many times you can transfer?
I think there should. I mean, I think you should be contractually obligated to the school, and the only way to get out of it is like if a coach leaves. If you want to leave, you would forfeit the money you're owed. Outside of that, family reasons, you have to move back home. But I know there's certain like loopholes people will try to exploit, but I think it should be very limited to, what your contract says.
Can schools buy you out, or can you like do a buyout? Or this happens in the NBA where they come to like an agreed number as far as a buyout, and then they just part and go their separate ways. Would that be allowed under this scenario?
That's interesting because then, you got a guy that gets into the portal and he has 4 years or 2 years left on his contract, this, contract we've came up with. I think that if you sign it, you should stay. And, you might forfeit that money to the school. I don't know. That's an interesting point.
It's something I thought about. Like, okay, maybe they come to some sort of agreement. But I think something interesting is occurring in college football right now. I think a shift is happening from a high school standpoint where universities will not go after the high-profile guy.
Yeah.
And they're not going after the high-profile guy because there's probably an 80% chance that guy's going to transfer by the time he can actually help you. While this guy's in high school, you go to your donors, your boosters, and you're telling them for us to get said 5-star, 4-star, high 4-star guy, we need X amount of dollars. And if I'm giving money, well, he's probably going to transfer before we can even.
He might not even be game ready.
Exactly. But when would he be game ready? Probably about late sophomore, junior year. Well, by that time, he didn't hit the portal, and now somebody else is reaping the benefits.
Sure.
So I think university is about to go to more developmental guys, 3 stars, and those high-end guys, get those guys on the back end when they hit the portal, when they about a junior, and now you can get more return on your investment because he's now ready to help you immediately.
Yeah, I mean, I know as a fan, like, I pay more attention to the transfer portal than I do high school recruiting.
Same.
I mean, that's those are your names you're paying attention to right now because they can help your program right now.
Exactly.
There's been a couple of guys, Tony at Miami that came in from high school, made a splash. Jeremiah Smith last year, but off the top of my head, there's not a lot of guys that come to my mind.
I agree. Like it's a short list, a very short list of guys that come in and are immediate impact guys,
especially the quarterback position.
True. Well, let me ask you this. This is something else I thought of. Your high-end quarterback, 4-star, 5-star guy. We just saw Jared Curtis, 5-star quarterback who was committed to Georgia. He flips to Vanderbilt. Now, he's from Tennessee, but Vanderbilt just landed a 5-star quarterback. Look, Vandy in my entire life sucked.
Yeah.
And now when Auburn has 3 main opponents, and we thinking if we get Vandy, that's perfect and awesome. But now they're good and they're well coached. So that's life of an Auburn fan, I tell you what. But as a high-end quarterback, would you go to like one of these top universities?
No, I wouldn't go to Vandy. You wouldn't play the next 5 years. Pavia's never going to quit playing.
Well, true.
I mean, if I'm a top quarterback, would I go to a premier school? I mean, I would have to know right now, like, if I went to Ohio State, I'm probably not going to play right away. But if that's where I want to play, I know I'm going to have to sit back and develop.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm a top guy, I feel like it's bad of me to say, I'll come for like $3 million. I know I'm not going to play, but then you transfer the next year. Like, that would piss me off if I was an Ohio State booster.
For sure.
Like,
but that's what happens.
Yeah.
Like, your high-end quarterback does that, right? Which makes me say, well, if I'm a high-end guy, why not go group of 5 or something, somewhere like that? I know I'm going to play.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get paid. It won't be a ton, but I'm gonna get paid. And then I stay there for like a year or 2. And then when it's time for me to transfer, because obviously I'm going to transfer, I level up and now I can double what I was just making. And I can go to my, really good high-end university.
Yeah.
And I've developed and I've played, like my value is much higher than what it would have been if I'm just sitting there holding the playbook.
Yeah. I mean, look at the guy at North Texas, Westemaker.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's him.
I mean, he came out of high school. Nobody knew him. Heck, I don't even think he put up a lot of numbers in high school. But he goes to North Texas and balls out and then goes to Oklahoma State.
And he got paid.
He's probably more highly recruited than the Curtis guy at Vanderbilt.
Yes.
I mean, if you gave any program their choice, would you rather have a known commodity at North Texas or an unknown high school guy?
You're going to always take that known commodity.
Yep.
For sure. All right, so to close out the show today, we're going to play a little game. It's a segment, rather. It's called Third and Short.
Third and Short.
Okay. Usually on third and short, teams can either run, which they usually do, or they can pass. I'm going to ask you a question. If you agree with it, you will say, I'm going to run with it. If you don't, I'm going to pass.
Okay.
All right.
I need to expound on anything or just
Oh yeah, please add some context to why you running with it or why you passing with it. Here is the first question. It is believed that the Ole Miss players' contracts have been leaked as far as what they're making, and it has really disrupted the locker room. Many people believe that Lane Kiffin leaked the contract details. You running with that or you passing on that?
I mean, there's only one person that would know the contracts ins and outs that's no longer there, and it's Lane. So I'm gonna run with that.
Yeah, I look, dudes is petty. Like he doesn't have any limitations.
He's the portal king too.
Yeah, they do call him that. All right, so here's the next question. Alabama lost a good bit of talent. Due to graduation, transfer portal, took a big swing for Cam Coleman and didn't get him. They're bringing back 2 quarterbacks who have limited playing time. If Alabama wins 7 to 8 games next season, do they fire Kalen DeBoer?
Absolutely. I'm gonna run with that. I mean, I think if he misses the playoffs in any fashion, whether it's 9 or 10 wins, they're letting him go.
Man,
it's tough out there.
It is. It's tough. I don't know. I think he's in a very in a tough situation.
He is. I think he's a good coach.
I do too.
I just don't. Alabama fans get too restless.
That's true.
I don't know who you go get.
That's always the $1 million question. All right, if you fire him, who you gonna get? Who you gonna get? Which, be careful, you're in like Penn State. Just Matt Campbell.
Yeah.
Some say, this is the next question. Some say that LeBron James is the GOAT.
Pass. Big pass. I'll take Kobe and MJ over him right now.
Kobe and MJ.
And MJ.
This is a Kobe-friendly podcast over here, okay? No shame about it.
Kobe and MJ.
Kobe. Okay.
LeBron's a front runner.
Front runner, Bron. Some people out there, my mom, and she's going to be a little butthurt on this one, but it is what it is. All right, next question. The SEC has not been in the national championship game for the last 3 years. Is the SEC overrated?
I'm gonna pass on that.
You gonna pass?
I'm gonna pass. I think right now they're just trying to find their footing in this portal world and the NIL world. I mean, for years the SEC's been top heavy, but I mean even some of the middle pack teams were really good too. I think they're kind of in a recalibrating phase right now.
Okay.
I give it a couple of years, but I think you'll see that dominance come back to the SEC.
I'm going to push back just a touch.
Okay.
Because prior to the playoff and early portion of the playoff, the SEC was, beating their chest because of the national championships they had won.
Yeah.
And now that that's not happening, there's a shift in the theology and saying that, well, we're getting the most teams in the playoffs and we're beating each other up during the season, all this other stuff. So I can see the Big Ten saying, well, we could possibly have, 2 out of 3? No, they could have 3 straight.
Yeah, they could have 3 straight.
They can have 3 straight.
With Michigan, Ohio State, and then Indiana.
They could have, that's cyborg,
yeah.
Indiana.
No, I mean, it's a good point. I just think right now the SEC is just trying to recalibrate. I mean, it's a new world out there.
It is. It's a new world.
And with, like I said, with the portal earlier, and NIL, you can have a completely different team from year to year.
All right, so the final question that I'm going to ask you. The NCAA coaches have voted to allow a player to play up to 9 games before the red shirt is not possible. Used to be 4. Now they voted for 9. You running with that or you passing on that?
I mean, I'm not. I don't know if I should say run or pass. I mean, at what point do they just give them 5 years or 6 years to play and we don't have red shirts? I mean, who's to say you could just play as long as they're willing to pay you? I mean, if you're a player and you have teams that are willing to pay you money to play football, who cares if you're 35 years old?
True.
I mean, if you can't make money in the NFL, I can make an argument that me as a 34-year-old If the college teams want to pay me, and that's my only means of income, I should be able to go play.
Yeah.
What's the NCAA going to do about it? Now they're keeping me from working. So, to me, the 9 games, the red shirt, is why not 12? Why not just give them an extra 2 years? At what point does it end?
I don't know. I think it's this whole thing is about players quitting on teams because they want to save that red shirt, right?
Sure.
I think that's going to happen even more. Like, okay, so instead of quitting in like October, you're going to quit in like late November because I want to save my red shirt. So you're not fixing anything. I agree with you on this though. Why not go 5 for 5? You've got 5 years to play 5 years.
Yep.
And be done with it. But you are correct. What's stopping it? They're not going to do anything. There's no. The system in place is broken clearly. So
look at Pavia. Look at Chambliss. He's going to get that extra year at Ole Miss.
Absolutely.
I mean, I have no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
When I saw them rejected, I said, "You're just wasting time."
That's it. Just wasted. I mean, TJ Finley he's playing his 7th year of college football, and he's been at 7 different schools.
If he's still got people willing to pay him, he should go play as long as he wants in college. He's
That's
not
exactly
play,
what he said.
He's not going to play in the NFL.
He's not.
He's not. He might be a career backup or a third, or not even just a practice squad guy.
It's over. It's over. This is the Third Down Conversation. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us. Remember to share and like the show. T, my man, thanks again. We got to do this again, man. It's been way too long since the last time.
Yep. Since last Super Bowl.
Last Super Bowl. Who you got win the Super Bowl?
Oh, you put me on the spot. I like Seattle.
See that we on this. I like the Rams.
I like Seattle.
Gosh. Okay. Well, hey, I'm D Time C. That's my man T. Jesus loves you, and we out. Peace.